Hello, everyone, and welcome back from your Thanksgiving break. I hope that the time away from class gave you the rejuvenation you may have needed, and that you were able to spend it with your loved ones and close family and friends, and that you got plenty to eat, and you have much to be thankful for. And here's something to be thankful for. We are approaching and are here at the last 2 weeks of the semester, and you have two final assignments that will be due. They are the proposal project and the individual annotated bibliography, which is attached to the proposal project. So, as you had with the first research project and the group project, now that the proposal project is available, it is over here on the left-hand side of Blackboard. If you click on that, you will open up to the proposal project section, which has the assignment sheet and grading rubric, the PowerPoint presentations, annotated bibliography section, and student examples. But before we get to that, let me just sort of break down the proposal project for you. First and foremost, both the proposal project and the individual annotated bibliography will be due Sunday, December 10th by 11:59 p.m. These will be the only two things that you will need to work on in the next 2 weeks. If you have questions about them, as always, I would recommend you guys emailing me earlier rather than later, and especially since there are other things going on during these last 2 weeks with your other classes. You might have other projects, other quizzes, other exams to study for. So I would highly recommend that you keep organized and you stay on top of everything. So, as I said before, take some time to familiarize yourself with the proposal project section. As with the other major assignment sections, it has several areas for guidance and information. Overall, a proposal is a solution to a problem, so it is the furthest end of the rhetorical spectrum. With your other projects, your group project, and your analysis or evaluation, you are really just giving me an area of concern, and you are addressing it. You are picking a side, and you are talking about the areas that other people might be bringing in their perspectives as well. Now you are doing all that, but you are going one step further. You are providing a solution to a perceived problem. So it's one thing to say that social media is bad. Now you have to make the argument that social media is bad and go one step further. How can we modify our usage? How can we make it safer? How can we fight cyberbullying? So, as with the previous projects, you have the opportunity to pick a topic of your choice and a medium of your choice. So you can provide me with a PowerPoint, a Prezi, a video, a podcast, a video essay. It is up to you. I would suggest that if you have a question about a particular type of project, to email me and ask. The assignment sheet is available for you under the assignment sheet and grading rubric here. It has the information pertaining to the different types of projects, the expectations for the project. So, for example, if you decide to do a traditional essay, you need to make sure that it is at least 2,000 words, as the proposal also establishes what is known as the procedure. The procedure is essentially the step-by-step process it would take for your problem to be solved. What kind of steps or areas or stages would you need in order to see your solution through? So that adds another dimension to the particular project. Keep in mind that this particular proposal project is worth 200 points and needs to be emailed to me no later than December 10th by 11:59 p.m. Please keep in mind that since we are at the end of the semester, that due date is crucial, that anything received after that due date will receive an automatic 0. So make sure that you get your assignment completed and get it turned in early instead of waiting till last minute and running the risk of getting a 0 on the assignment. Additionally, you guys have an individual annotated bibliography. You had a little bit of a glimpse of this with the group project. Each of you were required to provide 2 sources properly summarized. Some things that I saw with the annotated bibliographies from the groups that had points taken off. 1, you were missing a statement of scope. Remember, guys, a statement of scope essentially is the introduction to the annotated bibliography. An example here under the annotated bibliography section, and I've said this before, and some of you may not have listened to the video, but I'll say it again. The statement of scope should be anywhere from 50 to 100 words, and it should identify at some point what the sources you are using have in common. Your sources should be placed in alphabetical order, and your summary should be anywhere from 100 to 150 words. If you follow this particular structure, there's no reason for you not to get 50 out of 50. However, there are still some people who were missing a statement of scope, who might not have put their sources in alphabetical order, whose summaries might have been less than 100 words, which would have gotten you points taken off. So make sure to keep that in mind. As with the proposal project, the annotated bibliography is due by 11:59 p.m. Sunday, December 10th as well. You can email it to me, or you can post it to the discussion board where the annotated bibliography section is now available. As long as you get either one of those posted, whether to the discussion forum or to me, you will be perfectly fine. One thing to note for the project as well is that you can have more than 5 sources. Remember, the 5 sources is a minimum, but you only need to summarize and cite 5 sources in your annotated bibliography. So keep that in mind. If you have more than 5 sources, please make sure to provide your works cited. But for your annotated bibliography, I don't want you to have to do more work than you have to. So make sure that you have at least 5 sources properly cited in alphabetical order and summarized, but you do not need to summarize more than that. Just make sure you have at least 5, even if you do have more. As always, if you guys have questions, please do not hesitate to email me. It is always better to email me earlier, as I've always said, so that I can respond and have adequate time to revise any questions or give you feedback with any concerns you might have. Make sure to stay organized, and stay on top of everything. Work consistently, as you might have other obligations for different classes that you have to tend to as well. So stay on top of everything. 2 weeks goes by like that. So make sure to stay focused and email me if you have concerns. I will also be posting a video for the proposal project expectations with a few examples and a PowerPoint walkthrough. So it should be below this video. Once you see this, it'll be below it on Monday. So keep an eye out for that as well. Keep working and email me if you have questions.